in you we trust.
Yeah, that's how it is, bro.
Bro, thank you so much for coming to the show. I'm so tired. Yeah, do you wanna tell people where we're coming from?
Yeah, we are from Grey College, guys. We were invited to the seminar. I just forgot the name of the
seminar.
seminar.
But I know it's Men of Purpose and Wealth.
Yeah. Men of Purpose and Wealth, guys. Yeah. So we just came from there now. So we are shooting. We are in the studio. My brother here, Silvio, got us, and I'm Future. So something is introduction.
Sky is. We don't worry about introduction. I think people know you. I think you slowly becoming well known. Before we start getting into our things we're gonna talk about, I do wanna say thank you to God for making this possible for us.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Kat, for playing that role that you're playing there, being the producer today and being the fact checker. Yeah. Talking about that seminar, I wanna say thank you to Mike, who was a guest speaker at Grey College, who at the seminar, and the organizers of the seminar actually.
They did
Keith,
best.
Keith, and I forgot others, but thank you guys for having that seminar. I really enjoyed myself, took some notes. It was interesting. It's always interesting to see men in one room talking about their affairs, because it is said that there is a pandemic of mental health around men. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's true because I remember we once had such during COVID whereby we'll have guest speakers and talk on your show. I don't know if you remember. Whereby we'll dive in terms of mental health as men, because of us as men, we don't talk like ladies, men. Ladies, they will just talk with random stranger. They'll vent, man.
Yeah.
They always have that privilege. So as us men, our pride sometimes does not allow us to share much about what are we facing, what are our life challenges. But then from this seminar, I've seen another dimension, man, that I never seen. I only saw it on the move, which is the Forge, whereby men come as one, they group each other, and then they mentor.
They mentor the upcoming. Oh yeah, someone made me watch that movie. Actually.
Yeah. So I saw that it's happening in South Africa. So I'm glad that God is working. And I'm inspired by the youth that attended that seminar, man. Like they're infusing, like you see, man, like
it was young people.
They're dedicated, they want to change, they want to be men of character, they want to be men that we can change the world, especially South Africa. I mean, like for the time that I just went in there, and I've learned a lot, man. And I want to thank God, man, because he's the one that was making this. And the most important thing, they said God is the one who's give purpose, guys. No one is going to give you your purpose. So I thank for that quote, man. I've been saying it, especially when when you see someone preaching your principles, you become more excited that knowing that you're not the only one, you're not crazy, maybe. You see. So there's other people that who are thinking like you, who are thinking alike like you, who are inspired to make a change, who are inspired to make sure that individuals are getting their purpose and they're going with their purpose. Yeah.
Can you please close the window there? No, the window. I wanna get be personal around mental health.
Okay.
Do you feel like? How do you feel? It is. How do I phrase this question? How do you feel to be a man that is living today?
Bruh, damn. How do I feel being a man? Ne? Is that the question, right?
Yeah. How it feels to be a man today
Today.
for you?
Yo, man, it's hard, man.
By the way, let me create a context of this conversation.
Okay.
You know I'm a power, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it's going hard on the window. Oh my god. Just make sure you close all of them.
So we can't breathe here. We want to keep.
Because I'm just afraid that the sun will actually interfere. So I'm gonna make this. You know I'm a barber, right?
Yes.
So I see men daily, and I see men for a living.
Yeah, man.
This is something strange that happened actually this year. Two of my clients got mentally disturbed.
Oh,
yeah, got mentally disturbed. 3 days after the cut, the other one, I think it was just a week. So in my mind, I was like, is like losing your mind something that happened instantly, or is it something that happened over time with the things that maybe are happening in your mind or what? I know there's like African, they call it black magic. Or if there's white magic, just let me know about it. Yeah. So how it feels to be a man in today's world? How do you feel about that?
Okay. I first want to dive in and give some experience in terms of mental health. Because as men, because of even me, I'm still battling to that challenge with my father, because of he has a psychology, by the way, ne? So time and time he will go to his psychology, but it seems like he's
psychologist.
Psychologist, ne? So it seems like he's not talking much about like what is happening around his life, and time and time he become mentally disturbed, and that thing is a challenge because of
like literally mentally disturbed, or
mentally
just
disturbed, bro. Like he's been going to different psychiatric hospitals.
Oh,
yeah, bro. So it was one of the challenges that I'm still battling with. But then after this event happened now recently, that's when I seated down with him. I was like, bro, I know like you're my father, but you know you can speak with me with anything that is bothering you in life. It can be finances, it can be because of, I think the issue is finance with him, Rabo. Because of he tend to overspend, and when money is depleted, that's when he will overthink and see that he didn't do other things. So he was not budgeting. Rabo. So I taught him to budget. So after that, I tried to show him ways about like, okay, you don't necessarily have to pay all your debts at once. Focus on one debt, deal with it, close it, then go to the next one. And you become more inspired after close one day. Like you learn now about like, okay, on a so meaning I can do other things with the money that I was paying, that maybe I can use it for something else. So now you are living within your budget, you are living within your means. So which is something that I feel like us as men, we are not privileged to such, man. Like, but remember on budget. So when I'm we can't. Everything that comes, you want to spend it at once. Babo. And
isn't because the situation forces you though.
Nah, bro. Like, like sometimes you have to be disciplined when it comes to money. Like I've been saying that. You have to discipline yourself whereby if like you are earning 5,000 and what you are left is 1,000. Budget around that 1,000. Don't overspend it.
I love what you're saying, and I totally agree with you, but I want to create a scenario then.
Okay.
Let's say you're earning 5,000, right? Let's say your transport cost about, because transport is one of the mega issues. Let's say your transport cost about 1.5.
Okay.
Right? Now you are left with 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5. You have a school fees that you have to pay for the kid. Let's say the school fees is around 1.7.
Okay.
Right? So from that you are left with let me see with how much. You are left with
1.3.
1.3. Do the math. Do the math, but check up for me.
1.3.
Please save me. Please save me from this.
It's
right?
1.3.
You're left with 1.3.
Yeah.
So it's 1.5 plus 1.7. You're left with 1.3, right?
Okay.
You have to buy grocery. Let's assume you're still staying at home. That we don't want to make it difficult.
Oh, staying at home with the parents.
Yeah, you're still staying at home.
That's good.
However, I don't know if the school fees thing will apply if you're still staying at home. Let's say you're renting somewhere in the township, right?
Okay.
The rent is maybe, let's say, 700.
Okay.
Depending which place you're renting in. By the way, if you have a property in Gasi, just let us know. We'll make example using that. So let's say you're paying 700 for your rent. So from 1.3, you paid 700. Rent. How much is left?
1.3, you paid 700. Then you are left with
600.
600, right? So you left with 600. You haven't purchased or you haven't bought grocery. Right? Now you're gonna have to buy grocery, right? At least you're gonna want to send money at home in cases of emergencies, depending how's that, right?
Okay.
And you also have your own unexpected. Like for instance, I don't know if you want to talk about your car.
Okay. No, yeah.
So your car broke down on your way from like Clarence, right? So you didn't see that coming. You understand? Let's say you were someone that's very stranded and like you didn't have these insurances that will come and pick up your car. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So your car just break up if you have a car. If you don't have a car, maybe anything can happen. Do you understand what I mean?
I get you.
The same child can get sick or So all this is happening in 5,000. So someone is just like listening that I hear you say I should be disciplined on this 5,000. Like, how would you solve this situation? How does the discipline play a role here? Because it seems like all these like various factors or maybe issues, they force you to be disciplined on them.
Yeah, you gave a point there.
Take me
okay, let me take you through that one. So in this case, it comes whereby you have to live within your means. Number one, you have to live within your means. And if you know that you're not earning much, you won't go being over leveraging your salary. Over leveraging is more like taking more risk in terms of school fees. So
this kid should go to public.
Yeah, for a while, man.
Yeah,
it's better to start somewhere. Like it's better to prepare for a future. It's not a lifetime thing or like one other back in the public. So in that case, maybe what you can do is that you can take that money, save it up, open something that you can also maybe be able to pay for the school fees. Because if you have something that is taking other part within your budget, you offer stress free. You understand? So how to stress like, oh, school fees because of maybe like even then you can say she can sell sweets that's 300 depending on divide. So I'm just giving you some overthinking, like stretching your mind within living within your means. You understand? So you man more like to sacrifice into tsenyane. Understand? For bophelo bo sharp. Understand? Like you have to be street boy. Like, okay, guys, I get but then I'm not going to be forcing myself to make you guys to live the life. Understand? Like it's better to that stage whereby I can be able to buy grocery at 2.5. Then I'm able to buy it. I'm not going to stress about it. Understand? I have to pay rent. I have to pay school fees. Understand? I also have to, and again, as Okhala 5,000, you have to have a budget, man. You have to have a risk account. Understand? Yeah, emergency. Because of like like a bongwana boy. It's a bongwana. You have to think, bro. Like, okay, when I'm what. So you have to prepare your life, your future within those means. Understand? So don't just make decisions based on how are you living now? Understand? You don't have to live regardless. La o rata motho wa hao, o kgona ho communicate le ena for baby, I'm not with a financial stable for me to have other responsibility. Because of it's going to take much, bro. Understand? Ke mama lo like even if like you guys le couple ha la tlo kgona ho dula together. If situations are dumele go dula together, rent a place. Ha le dula hanyane, maybe you guys can o mong a dula ha bona, o mong a dula ha bona, and then while you guys are still staying at home, you are preparing, maybe buying a furniture for wherever you guys are going to rent. You are budgeting already. Like maybe we will a 6 months plan ya rent for okay, if sponsor se sharp for nna, then ke tse for okay, ke tlo kgona ho patala rent for 6 months. Ke na le zaka ho patala rent. Like any risk that you o enka o botsa for ona le full plan. It's got one to like okay, okay, don't say affording. I always say this, man. I don't know if you remember, like even if no you can have like mogolo ka o dumella gore ke koloi, but does not say you afford it.
Even if a car is like 30,000 and I'm earning like 30,000,
that does not say you any because of if
when do I afford a car?
If you can buy your one car twice, that's when you're affording it. That's harsh
Bro,
truth, man. Because of now, you having that car that you're paying 30,000. If it broke down, one tire, 8,000 plus within your salary, you don't have that 8,000. So I mean, you basically don't affording it. It's just that we can pay for it. You are not affording it.
It's not yours.
Yeah,
in a sense.
You have to live within your means. Yeah. So like you have to budget, because of if you don't budget as a man, that's why you end up not even enjoying what you're working for. You understand? Which is what is killing men, bro. I don't want to lie. Like if you find yourself whereby it's end of the month and then you're only paying debts, you're not going to enjoy that work, bro. Because you feel like it's underpaying you sometimes. Understand? But then if we man whereby let's say how not a lot of it is spanning like that, but only after you so did that flating, that's when you become not even enjoying life in general. So I will say as a man, we have to budget, bro. You have to have it.
Do you think like that's one of the things that your father is currently struggling with? That's why he's having a mental health problem.
Yeah, that's what is killing him.
He's living above his means.
Yeah,
like,
and he can't even sacrifice because of sometimes he has other kids beside him. So when they want money, he will give them money that he knows that he does not have. After that, he's stressed.
Bro, that's the thing about
being a father is not easy. I know, bro.
There's a client of mine who was actually saying, I'm gonna let you continue.
Sure.
A client of mine was like, I don't understand why my mom doesn't tell me when she doesn't have money. Sometimes I would tell her something, she would just like not tell me that she doesn't have money. But I know when she keeps quiet, she doesn't have money. But she's still gonna try to make a point that she fulfill my request. And my client was like, and sometimes I understand, like if you don't have money, I would really understand because you're my mother.
Man.
I have to be sympathetic with finances and all that, and I shouldn't be entitled actually because it's your money. So I think many parents actually struggle with that, even if they don't have anything. But even in that case, bro, I think it's that thing of like childhood traumas.
Yeah.
I don't want because I lived without, I don't want my kids to also live without. So I think that's why maybe he would sometimes give the money that he doesn't have.
Okay. I understand when you're saying childhood trauma. But man, like I've been saying, you have to prepare the life that you're going to live. So if you're not preparing, like if let's say having 4 kids that you can't even able to maintain, it's a risk, bro, on its own. So you can't afford be making babies. Number 1. Number 2, what I'm saying, prepare. I'm saying, so if let's say prepare, like on a budget, okay, I have 2 kids, and then maybe 500, both of them. Understand? But then, ba rute ntho ya amohela. Understand? Because of no reality mental breakdown in like ngwana is being used to being feed, and then time unless is Spanish fail. Understand? So also feel as if like hasaratua hey on try to do it 1 2 1 2 1 2. That's how like the life is being, bro. But if we can program our life to be living within the means into our like, okay, I'm here if like no I'm working, I'm here ngwana go ja spana and ke tla khona go hlokomela. But then time and time le bona tshwantse ba mena ba khona go ikemela. Understand? You can't keep on being spoon feeding, and most of the cases bana ba like they've been spoon feed, they can't live in the real world, bro. They can't live there. Once motha kwa ntle fela go ga bona be se time a hlokala kgotsa eng ke mama rekisang Alice. We always see them, they always go to those shows whereby they blow the money mafa afedile because of they were not even being able to manage. How for that thing, you're like, okay, if no yana go for budget 500 but it's the allowance. Understand? So you have to make a balance to budget within that 500 as a person. Like one hour to budget of okay, not to 500. If that 500 also we're not like 100 and at the end of the year, that's when you're going to use that man. So we save and feed. So now our parents they never taught us such. So that's why holding tight even how to span or save again to like you don't understand
really difficult, bro. Like it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Even a simple thing, like this is what I had. And to me, I found it very profound. Like a simple thing. This guy is saying, my mentor is saying, your problem is that you acquire money with the mindset of spending it.
Yeah.
Like, and it is like, that's the difference between people that are are not living in financial distress. It's like they acquire money so that they can actually expand it, but you acquire money so you can
spend it.
So that you can actually spend it. Like, I feel like that was profound for me, but I feel like it's just a simple thing. However, I still remember going back to my childhood, what they used to say when they give me money. They would say, Nancy 2 rand ambo yotenga ma chips, and that time you were a kid, like maybe let's say you are crying and stuff, like tulam danam Nancy 2 rand ambo yotenga ma chips, and your mind is really wired to that thing. When every time I get money, yotenga ma chips, and as you grow, these chips also grow into cars, they grow into like
a lot of stuff
out and stuff like that. I hear you.
Yeah, so I wanted to make even a point on that one. Because of like, you see those most things, how you've been raised up as a individual. Also, it says a lot about you and how you're going to raise your kids. You understand? Because of, I don't know now, you say you don't want to make them to live the way we're not Pitzengati. But let's be honest, the way we're not Pitzengati, it made you to be stronger. So we're not going to make them to be more weaker. You understand? Because of like, you will be doing things. Because of, now I feel like somehow, you have to try not to be harsh on them, but teach them the reality of life. You're not always going to have it. And if you have it, allow it, enjoy it, man. Like, well, how to run safely? See, now you have like 50,000 and then you want to spoil yourself. You got it. But then learn to save. That's the reality and the sad part of us being blacks. Like, it's not easy for you to save because of each and every time when you are mental breakdown, you want to go out, spend the money that you don't even have, bruh. Saying like, oh, but we enjoy because of Inyan. But then let's be honest, I think it's a solution. Instead, it's anyways. Because of now, you'll be having that 400 maybe that you are left with. The next day, you don't even have a transport money. You're making more debits. The next thing, your total Spanish sharp, you're in debt. You can't start from scratch. You can't start even buy a car because of you have to build your credit score. Sad reality that we don't talk as, bro.
I hear you. I just don't want us to take it away from this because you remember we ended. We actually landed on this conversation because of the mental health. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think? So, according to this conversation that I'm having with you, I think I'm also hearing. If I had right, I had like you said, one of the things that caused mental issues, mental health issues with your father, it's actually money.
Yeah.
Do you? How much do you think money is a cause of mental health to population of men around? And can you be a man without without money, bro. But like, I want us to. I don't want you to answer me.
Okay.
Just for the sake of answering.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to think about your
I want to answer you.
Can a man be a man without money? And like, if you don't have money and you end up like having mental health issues, is that the only outcome that's available? Let's go. Just take it.
Let me take it through. First and first, you can't be a man without the money because the Bible says, as a man, you have to provide. So as a man, you have to provide. So if like how can you? Okay, how do you define a man? We have to start there, man. Because a man he has to work, be able to provide for the family, be able to cater to those who about still never say. Like if no are not man, that's you being a man. That's you being a daddy, as they say these days. Understand? So I will say financials to a man, they are very important. That's why lomo each and every day would last us like a child. If bots are like, no, and what's your problem? It's always money, bro. How can I make more money? How can I be able to take the responsibility? How can I even take myself? Understand? So I will say 90% of mental issues is caused by money. Because of how you can't date. How can you child? How can you share child? How can you buy if it's not child? Because even if let's say you're getting opportunity, you're hired somewhere, you have to have money to get there for you to be able to start with your life. Understand? So money, it plays important role in this world. Understand? Anything is being determined by how much we have. Even little bro, like now we are giving you a tender. How much do we have to start that tender?
What's the solution to a man that doesn't have money and they are going through mental issues, mental health issues because of that? Okay. What is the solution? Because I think I want to push back a little, bro, by bringing this point.
Okay.
You say the role of a man is to provide, right? But, okay, that's true. I don't think provision can can only be limited into money. Efforts, efforts maybe helping with something around.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a guy I know who's been unemployed for about 3 years.
Okay.
But he's kept his yard very clean.
Yes.
Nothing seemed to be broken in that house. If something is broken, he fix it by himself.
Yeah.
Isn't that provision? Isn't that supposed to bring you less mental health issues?
Okay, let me try to elaborate. Because I feel like maybe if you take our child in terms of provision. Yeah, in terms of provision. Because of now, if let's say something, you don't even have to fix it. You buy another one because we have money. Understand? So sometimes there will be a point whereby the situation is forcing you to take care because of you're the man of the house. You will have to take the responsibility of anything that is happening within the house. Understand? If come on, so at the end of the day, you have to find a solution around that problem. So negative clean for like if Nalazaka depleted, you don't have stress, my bro. Let's be honest. How I say hang like global stress because of another challenge. But how's naturally even lean to haga robeka too? Yo, bro. We put a lot of cases to get in. Let's be honest. Or what case or what magic by the family yalona because of each and every time how taller something is happening. Understand? So but negative point in you're like, okay, as a man, bro, if let's say house planning, you have to look for other things that will bring money. Understand? Like on to or keep it into a yard clean. One about like they don't even have that time. Understand? To make my yard clean. So you can take that as a work and come to me.
Love that.
Yeah. Come to me because of I have money, but I don't have time to clean my yard.
Oh yeah. I love that.
So there's always a solution for any problem in life. So it takes your mindset, it takes yourself, man. Who you are, because of relevant sometimes I wanna like a generation and if a phone brawak, was a maintain that phone. What tata wena for all your fats because of auto rena but And that thing does not save anything. Understand? Because of but and then the next day, I'll change. They will always say anything. Whether you're doing good or bad, they will always talk. So don't live your life based on who's saying what. Live within your means. Enjoy what you have. Because of like there was a point whereby I was reading this book whereby
was it this one?
Obvious, man. Yeah, the art of progress.
Were you reading my book?
Yes, bro.
Bro, like, why did you just say, like, I
don't
reading
have
your
to.
book?
I don't
And
have
like, what you saying?
this
I was
book.
reading.
There's
reading
this book, and then I did say that book changed my life, bro.
Oh,
Because of that book, it says a lot. Even
wait,
when
were you talking about this book or which book? When you
book.
say that book,
bro, we are talking
Oh, yeah.
about art of progress, bro. So it changed my life and it changed how I think. Because of what you are saying in the book is actually true. I don't like it nuts about like bro.
Yeah.
And I know how our families are like. Understand? Because of like a family or like they will work, but don't have peace.
True.
And a family like they don't work, but there's a peace in that family. How to today? There's a peace in the family. Understand? So whereby like that thing it taught me like, okay, I have to live within my means. Because of Lena, sometimes I will always
Wait, which part in the book are you talking about?
the first chapter whereby
Poverty.
yeah, where you're talking about the poverty,
yeah.
and then there's what power. So you see, like Leona poverty, it comes there, bro. Like if we all put a life here, how the way when we're Chinese and Gadi, you won't even see poverty as poverty. Because of if Mota Atla Hari, you're going to be grateful of life at first. Understand? You are still breathing, you are still having chance, meaning you can be able to change your life. Understand? Because of your mindset is channeled like, okay, there's always way within a tunnel. Understand? So yeah, your book it says a lot, bro. Like it's a gold, man. I don't want to lie. Like I so wish people they can just go and buy it fast.
No, so that right there is gonna be like we're selling a dream.
No. But then I'm the one who wrote it. I'm the one, so now I'm referencing what I've read.
Yeah, I just feel bad. But I want to talk about my thoughts when I was writing the chapter of poverty.
Okay.
On my book.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was living in poverty until a friend of mine who studied abroad came back with because chapter 1, by the way, on in this book, Art of Progress, is the only chapter where I don't bring solution. I only talk about like the awareness that
we are facing,
I've made, like the awareness that I've achieved, right? So this guy, he comes back from China. He's like, yo, do you know we're living in poverty? I'm like, what are you talking about? What is poverty? Mind me, I've been doing poverty. I've been dealing with the concept of poverty in school.
Yeah.
And in economics, they do talk about absolute poverty and poverty. So it didn't click. You see this thing of going like when you go to school and learn, you're just learning for the exam. That was the same thing. Because I'm like, I'm reading this about poverty, but I cannot relate it into my everyday life at home. When they talk about the state of lack, I don't actually reference it. My obsession is just to grab this paragraph and have it in my mind. You understand?
Yeah.
So when I was writing this chapter around poverty, it was just like creating awareness, because I thought there might be other people out there that are actually going through what I've went through.
Yeah.
Living in poverty,
yes,
but not being aware.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And after I just made that awareness, I just thought that I should put it I should put it in a book. So thank you so much. I'm glad by the way, that made some impact, because with chapter 1 I was not hoping to make like an impact. I was just hoping like it makes awareness, it creates awareness to the reader.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to what you said, my resonance. You said if you cannot buy your car 2 times, then you can you are not you are not affording that car.
Yeah.
Bro, I want to tell you some personal experience after I bought my car. This is what I discovered. I bought this car, and something in me said, "Yo, my boy, I know you good. Yo, you good." Okay. So I buy my car, and by the way, my car is a minimalist car.
Yeah.
And something in me says like, "Yo, my boy, you good? Like you bought a car, you good?" Just that little excitement, and knowing and knowing as well that you grew up in a household that didn't have a car. Now at least you like that sort of that element of pride, gratitude.
Yeah.
So I'm like to myself, "Hey, you made it." But not even bad. However, when I started driving the car, I realized in the car, there's something like petrol, which when you buy a car, you don't like, I have money for the petrol.
Yes, bro.
Right.
Yeah. For that one. I want that one.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is the confession I'm making. So